It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And the Indiana Pacers, a team that a few years back played in 2 straight conference finals, had the best record in the East in 2014, but a lot of changes have been made since then. Guys, were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I was surprised. They're very proactive in moving around guys, but I was surprised. They have a smaller team. They're trying to play the small ball of the East, but it hasn't been measured into wins yet. However, it's still coming, Shaq. It's still coming.
You know, it might have been time for a change. You know, some players are falling off a little bit. They've been unable to capture the same success, though. But we'll see.
Kevin Harlan, please take it away.
The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Portland Trailblazers, they won their last contest, that game against Phoenix.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
So Indiana wins the tip. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young and Turner up front. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
First one falls for him. Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
McCollum with the ball. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. No good. Shot missing. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. It's good.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
On defense, Portland, 4-point game. Bogdanovich wide open from outside off the mark.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Now the dish to Aminu. Here's McCollum, and it's sent back by Turner. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Good.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Trailblazers on D. Outside Collison. He kicks to Oladipo. Bogdanovich with a screen on McCollum. Off the pick. That one wide left.
He had a teammate wide open for a better shot. I don't know why he still attempted that with the D right in his face. And the Blazers have a number of playmakers on their roster, and I think that takes the offensive load off of guys like Lillard and McCollum to score. Maybe a reason why Evan Turner was added to the roster. Try to get some guys in motion, maybe less attention to these guys playing in isolation to create some scoring opportunities.
The first free throw is good. And for Damian Lillard, perhaps a sign of his unselfishness, Brent, willing to play at times without the ball in his hands.
I think he's welcomed the fact that having the ball and trying to create that many offensive opportunities on a nightly basis is not good for your health. So keeping your teammates involved, letting C.J. McCollum handle some of those responsibilities, even a playmaking big man, that's paying some dividends for Damian Lillard. Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Oladipo for 3. Shot clock reset for Indiana. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Turner. Here's McCollum. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble. Well, if shooting is a priority, then teams are prioritizing what it is that C.J. McCollum can do to the likes of an offensive system. The guy is remarkable, is smooth, gets anywhere he wants to on the floor, and scores with incredible efficiency. I know we fall in love with the 3-ball, but C.J. McCollum may be the best overall mid-range young scorer that the NBA has to offer.
And McCollum, a master of the pull-up. Brent, big men lay back on him at their peril.
Well, he's got such tremendous handle, Kevin. He can shake guys and just get them off balance. I always feel like C.J. McCollum is playing in second gear, toying with the defense. And once he hits fourth gear, look out.
And giving up a lot of inches, he was still, though, determined to make the play.
Yeah, this is the time you can use that word, tenacity. Some guys wouldn't even try that shot, but he goes in there undeterred.
Now here's Turner. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him. You know, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. That's tipped. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and he makes that one. McCollum's got 7. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Collison kicks to Oladipo. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. At the elbow, it's Turner. Back to McCollum, 14 feet away. Pacers with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Young's shot is off.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Pacers trail by 3. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Oladipo with a screen on Turner. Shot off the pick. Offensive rebound. Tries again. He can't get it to go.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And a wide open look for McCollum. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. 10 points for C.J. McCollum. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Bogdanovich. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Yeah, and Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. They set the pick. It's McCollum on the wing. Aminu, no one around him. And the Trailblazers, another 3. Pacers trail by 7. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. They won the first game against this team, but he is not taking anything for granted. He wants his players to be even more assertive offensively this time. He said, I think we can dictate things a little more. Maybe force those guys into defensive matchups they dislike. Find points that way. Well, we'll see if they can do that and go up 2-0 tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thanks, D.A. And guys, what do you make of David's report putting a premium on offense right away?
I think it's a good plan, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their defense. They can't ignore that part of the game.
Well, I love the fact that there's no player ever in the history of this league that gets excited about a coach who talks about, we're really going to change up our defense and make sure that that's a priority. Guys are always excited about the O.
Portland leading by 7. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the years keep going on, and Lillard keeps getting better and more confident at finishing inside.
Collison kicks to Young. Lillard against Collison. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
First free throw is good. And Brent, with the big payroll for the Blazers, they've gone all in to win.
Well, some of the contracts that they signed are looking a bit questionable because their general manager felt like bringing everybody back was something that they could build on. And we'll see with the extension of McCollum looming. I know they felt like it was spend it or they're going to lose somebody. So they're all in. There could be a few more adjustments to the lineup before it's all said and done.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a 2-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. it opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
Oh, I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run and gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Swanigan, he's checked in for Portland. Nick Stauskas comes in for McCollum. He hits both from the stripe. And the Pacers with possession here. They trail by 9 points. Joseph, the pass to Evans. Collins grabs the miss. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Stauskas. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To the paint. Here's O'Quinn. Count it. Good.
Well, O'Quinn knows he's not going to be playing a ton of minutes in this game, so he's going to throw himself around in every position. Good job on the glass there.
Now here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Stauskas kicks to Curry. Here's Harkless. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And that's Evans penetrating, lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Man, he's just always on the attack, demonstrating that once again on the take to the hoop.
Feeds it to Curry. Got a piece of it, but they recover it. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Joseph dishes to Evans. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Portland leading by 6. Outside Curry. There's the pick. The feed now to Stauskas. Harkless on the wing. 5 to shoot. And again, it's Portland converted. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And here's O'Quinn. Baseline try. And it's Evans missing. Here's Stauskas. Covered by Evans. He gives them a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Portland.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Pacers trail by 10. Now Joseph still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lets the three fly. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
And this is why Evans is such a crucial player for his team. His ability to read the floor and find his teammates wide open keeps the offense flowing.
Now here's Curry. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Clock at 6. Unloads. And that one hits back iron. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Terry Stotts, now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. Talk about the job, Brent, he's done with the Blazers.
Well, again, Kevin, his connection to Damian Lillard as the player that they thought was going to carry the franchise forward, especially after the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge. I think that's one of the key components of the Blazers and where they want to go. I think Terry can share the vision of the front office and the vision for any given team with Damian Lillard. And then he goes out there and tries to carry out some of the things that he hears from him.
So it's the Pacers now. The Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Here's the screen. Here's Joseph. Here's Sabonis. No good. And it's Portland the other way. Harkless on the wing. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Harkless has got 7.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Joseph against Curry. And Joseph kicks to O'Quinn. Evans inside. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Out to the right wing. McDermott with a steal. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. Joseph, that's good.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Curry passes to Harkless. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's now 9 points for Harkless. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Curry against Joseph. He dishes it to McDermott. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the turnaround J. The shot's good from Evans. Evans has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Look, shooters know where other shooters are, and if you're not shooting, make the pass, and Doug did it there.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers up by 10. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, their efforts have been rewarded here after winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Tyreke Evans. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Swanigan is out there with Collins. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Curry. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. Brett, what about moving without the ball? Who are some of the guys that, beyond just doing it, do it with great effectiveness?
The first guy that comes to mind is J.J. Redick. Old school, in the vein of Reggie Miller, running off of multiple screens with those scattered short steps to get himself on balance, square himself up, and knock shots down. J.J. Redick, Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, great players who really, in a dying art of scoring off of the screen, have tremendous fundamentals.
Rip Hamilton, too, would always run around and take advantage of those screens, and I can see him running in my mind's eye right now.
Great call, Kevin. I often read the back of Rip Hamilton's jersey because I could not catch up with the guy.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. It's tipped. It's stolen by Stauskas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Evans, and Evans with a stuff.
Well, some foresight from Evans there to sprint out and take advantage of the transition opportunity.
Evans against Curry. Passes to Stauskas. There's the pick. Portland again missing.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Collins. Turner comes in for Harkless, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Curry. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Indiana. Oladipo comes in for Tyreke Evans. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
Throw good, Bogdanovich. Brett, when you take a look at the Blazers roster, what's the next move they need to make to take that step up?
Well, they need a third scorer, and if Nurkic happens to be that guy, and that scoring happens to be coming from the block, it can open some things up for their offensive schemes that end up benefiting everybody on the roster.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Swanigan. And McCollum subbed in for Nick Stauskas.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Now here's Lillard. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Turner. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Turner's got 6 points. Here's Lillard. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. McCollum outside to stop the drought. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. They set the pick. And Bogdanovich kicks to Turner. That gives them the lead. 8 points for him.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Now here's Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic. He feeds it to McCollum. Lillard outside. Portland no good that time either. And it's the Pacers ball. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Here's Oladipo. Good D by McCollum.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
And Brent, Al-Farouq Aminu, probably the best defender on this Blazers team.
Certainly the versatility is there, Kevin, but you like playing with him mostly at the 4. He rebounds well despite being a bit slender. It's his streaky perimeter shooting that makes it tough for the coaching staff to gauge just how many minutes Al-Farouq Aminu is going to play.
That free throw good from Aminu.
And for a guy who isn't a great jump shooter, Aminu has been very solid at the line, really, for most of his career.
And Young kicks to Collison. Screen by Young. Over in the corner, Turner. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Turner's got 11 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's McCollum. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's the break. Here's Oladipo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
And they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
Right, you take a look at Nurkic, young and full of potential. He's still learning how to make the most of his abilities. Yeah, the Bosnian Bear, Nurkic, had some tough times in Denver as Jokic started to emerge, and there was talk about him sulking and pouting just a little bit. Still a young player, but the opportunity now in Portland with established stars in Lillard and a rising one in McCollum could be exactly the type of recipe for success that he was looking for. Free throw good, Nurkic. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, this is a fresh start for the big guy, Jusuf Nurkic, here in Portland, where in Denver he was battling with the likes of Jokic, who ended up becoming one of the best centers last year in the NBA, even up there in the Rookie of the Year running. So a midseason trade has unleashed him, a new lease on life, and we'll see what he can provide for this Portland offense under Terry Stotts.
Young.
Well, a wiry yet strong 6'9", Aminu defends equally well on the ball and in help situations.
Turner dishes to Lillard. Portland no good that time either. And Nurkic, the 16th pick in the 2014 draft. Denver had a logjam at that center position once Jokic emerged as their star player.
I want to give Neil O'Shea some credit, recognizing that in Denver, between Nurkic and Jokic, they could get one of those big guys, and because of their logjam, O'Shea was able to pluck away Nurkic, who was unhappy with his playing time. Portland could make a nice home for him.
Now Oladipo, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard. Right at the free throw line, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 6 points for Collison. Lillard with it, picked up by Collison. And Lillard kicks to Turner, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
More and more, Damian Lillard becoming that dangerous playmaker. Does a great job there finding the open man.
Young passes to Oladipo, stolen by McCollum. And it's Turner off the drive. That shot no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Oladipo. He had 19 points in the win against Utah. Five on the clock. The tray. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Over the past couple years, Brent, we've seen coaches like Steve Kerr and Brad Stevens take more of an even-tempered approach. Could that become a coaching trend going forward?
Well, I like that both Steve and Brad have some very good players. That would keep me calm too, Kevin.
Yes, it would. You begin right there. I agree.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a shift in what it is that the generation of the younger players has grown up with. And coaches that have the ability to communicate always, Kevin, are going to come out on top. They get their message through, they keep their team positive, and they keep their environment pointed in the direction that is moving forward.
Excellent.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw good, Darren Collison. Collison hits them both. Now here's Turner. Lillard outside. Nurkic in the post. Turner covering. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Here's Collison. A 17-point game for him in the win against Utah.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Portland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Turner dishes to Nurkic. Lillard outside. The 9-foot shot. That one doesn't go. Good defensive work there by Young. And Oladipo kicks to Young. Here's Turner. Up again, and Turner stays with it. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Here's Turner. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner. One of the league's elite scorers, Damian Lillard, able to score from anywhere on the court.
There's always reminders that Damian Lillard enjoys the long-range ball as well. He'll step well behind the 3-point line, and when he's locked in, it feels like an effortless shot for him. Last year was his most efficient shooting season of his young career.
2 shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, if there's a Rubik's Cube of scoring in the league, Lillard has figured it out, including getting to the free throw line.
Some changes for Indiana. McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Screen by Young. It's Young on the wing. Here's Evans. It's tipped. Here's Lillard. Sweet little floater. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Love that Damian Lillard is developing that little floater in the lane. Smart to recognize the defense collapsing.
Turner with the screen. McDermott, no one around him, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Portland leading. To the middle, here's Harkless, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 11 points for Harkless.
And Lillard focused on involving his teammates through passing, showing a real desire to make them better.
Here's Turner. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And here are the numbers for Turner. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging 15 points a game, 15 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
That free throw good from Turner.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for Portland. Seth Curry comes in for Lillard. Indiana also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Young. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Now here's Curry. Pass to Collins. 20 feet out. Rebounded by McDermott.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Here's Turner. Misses off the left iron.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes. And he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. The Pacers making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Kick by O'Quinn, and Joseph kicks to McDermott. 1:27 left in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. The pass to Sabonis. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, Indiana. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where Indiana is, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Now here's Evans after Mo Harkless's miss. A shot's good from O'Quinn.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Curry against Joseph. Curry dishes to Stauskas. Will it go? Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Kicks to Harkless. Pass to Collins. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Joseph with the ball. Evans left side. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Well, we're competing. You know, neither team's really shooting the ball that well, but both teams are playing hard.
Energy always leads to good results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Portland came out ready to play. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. The second quarter did not go as well for them as they saw their lead vanish and find themselves in a tie ball game. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
The way they were getting rain on from three, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. Oh, what was rhyming, Ernie?
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
A look at the Hawthorne Bridge in gorgeous downtown Portland as we welcome you back to Oregon. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Well, the defense is paying attention to a lot of other guys. He's gotten some good looks, and he's done a great job of finishing those off.
Portland's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And so in the game for the Pacers. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Here's Nurkic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Bogdanovich with it. Al-Farouq Amino covering. Turner with the screen for Collison. Off the screen. That shot off the mark. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Evans.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
And the Pacers shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Lillard against Collison. The kick out to Young. Turner with the screen for Young. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. For the lead. And McCollum with the layup. McCollum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. Indiana trailing here. Collison kicks to Young. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Screen by Young. Shot off the screen. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Nurkic, the pass to Aminu. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now a 4-point Trailblazer lead. For Indiana, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Collison against McCollum, and the basket is good. 10 points for Darren Collison.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Screen by Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Down low, and Nurkic with the basket on the assist by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. And C.J. McCollum, the league's most improved player in 2016, won it easily.
I like the quiet confidence of C.J. McCollum, who just was waiting for the minutes. I think he felt like he was capable of doing these things. He just needed the time. And with the time he got, he took full advantage of it. One of the best scorers now in the NBA.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. And the Pacers another 3.
Oladipo constantly looking to score. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he's ready to pull.
There's a good screen. Turner against Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. McCollum's got 16 points.
Tough to tell what exactly happened to the D out there, but they simply don't look like they're engaged or even trying to stop their opponent.
Collison dishes to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. Turner with the screen for Young, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall, 80% since the break. McCollum kicks to Aminu. Lillard with it, picked up by Collison. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Yeah, getting caught on the screen and roll is just a killer there, especially guarding Lillard. Trigger just too quick.
The dish to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. With the teardrop, that's tipped.
Well, a great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Now here's McCollum after Darren Collison's miss. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Nurkic. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's averaging 11 points a game, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on, and right now it is burning bright. He looks fantastic. Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Here's Aminu. Good defensive work there by Young.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Portland leading by 5. Here's Lillard. 14 points for him. Out to Turner. Over Bogdanovich. Portland again missing.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there. And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Oladipo against McCollum. Bogdanovich. Here's Young. Got a hand on it. McCollum up top. Guarded by Oladipo. Here's Lillard. Here's Aminu. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, how about the effort from Aminu there? Something he's known for is crashing the boards, plus improved ability to finish around the rim.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Stauskas comes in for Evan Turner. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. The Pacers also changing it up. Sabonis, he's checked in for Young. Evans comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. That free throw good from Aminu. And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And His skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense.
Here's McCollum after Tyreek Evans has scored. McCollum outside. Here's the screen. It's Curry outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Feeds to Joseph. Evans against Curry. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 16 points for Tyreek Evans.
That's a nice touch on the mid-range jumper from Evans. Got to guard him there.
Here's Stauskas. He has 5. Collins a screen on Bogdanovich. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Evans. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Swanigan, he's checked in for Aminu. And Harkless is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Indiana also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Miles Turner, and McDermott subbed in for Bogdanovich.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following Tyreek Evans' 3-point attempt. Curry passes to Collins. Evans outside. McDermott for 3. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 4 assists now tonight.
Now that's McDermott territory. You might as well stake a claim out there. Shoots a high clip from downtown.
Here's Swanigan. Stolen by Joseph. Puts it up from 15. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Stauskas kicks to Curry. Over in the corner, Harkless. Pass to Swanigan. Portland moving the ball over. He used that pick to get in close. Stauskas has got 7 points.
I give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Here's O'Quinn. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Swanigan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
It's deflected. Here's Stauskas. He has 7. He kicks it to Collins. It's Curry outside. But they get it back. Inside, Harkless. And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. And you look at Collins. He does a great job inside. One of the top rebounders in the league.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
And he makes the first. And for Mo Harkless, Greg, a one and done as we know out of St. John's, then first played in the NBA with Orlando, but he has found a role, it seems, with the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and think of it, the Magic basically gave him away. Felt he wasn't aggressive enough and not a good enough shooter. He's gained confidence here in Portland and parlayed that into a long-term contract.
And Mo Harkless, drafted by the Magic, he could not find his shot with the Magic in Orlando, and they basically gave him away in a trade to the Blazers. His offense is starting to come around, and I think with the contributions that Nurkic can make, he could open up some great opportunities for him to be better offensively and more consistent for them as a rebounder.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on C.J. McCollum. David?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Trailblazers. He told me it looks like he broke his toe, and that's why he's in so much pain. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
And sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
As we know, Harkless, a one and done at St. John's, came into the NBA very young.
Sometimes with the younger players, you have to be patient, and it's also about finding a home. Harkless finally putting some things together in Portland. Last season was the most efficient one of his career offensively.
Free throw good. Curry. And both free throws good for Curry. 1:03 left in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Over in the corner, Harkless. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. Indiana's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. They set the pick. McDermott dishes to Evans. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. And Portland with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Curry passes to Collins. Back to Curry. The feed now to Collins. Gets an open look and hits. And now it's a 9-point Portland lead. In the corner, it's McDermott. One second left, and he gets it to go. McDermott's got 5 points now in the quarter. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
You got to keep tracking down balls, tracking down the rebounds, and looking to play and flow is good.
Moments ago, Coach Terry Stotts happy with the tempo, just wants his team to work hard in those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, and that could start to wear the other team down a little. Maybe cause them to lose some of their confidence. Let's see how this plays out.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Curry is out there with Stauskas. Then it's Collins. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Swanigan in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's Evans missing. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Curry. Swanigan. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. McDermott with it, guarded now by Harkless. Evans attacking over Curry. Evans can't get that one to fall. And for Portland, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Harkless. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Mo Harkless really making a difference here.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Swanigan. And Turner's subbed in for Maurice Harkless. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Sabonis. Young comes in for McDermott. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Collison in for Joseph. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Nurkic kicks to Turner. Yep, it counts. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the basket by Collison.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Dishes to Turner. Here's Collins. O'Quinn defending. Shot clock at 5. The 17-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
And they'll keep possession. Oladipo dishes to Young. Off the screen. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Oladipo. Collins, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Collison with it, picked up by Turner. Turner with the screen. Collison with the screen on Collins. Here's Young. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Indiana. Good on the second free throw. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside Turner. Stauskas, the pass to Collins. And the layup is good. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Collison against Curry. From 13, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Outside Turner. He dishes it to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Now here's Bogdanovic. Oladipo sets the screen for Bogdanovic. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And the Trailblazers making a change here.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic. Trailblazers leading by 11. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Turner with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovic. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
The Pacers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Collison, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Lillard is screen on Collison, and Turner kicks to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. Pass to Baldwin. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Bogdanovic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Bogdanovic clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple years. That's really helped the league to see those 2 teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
And the first one at the line is good. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Jake Layman. Both shots good from the stripe. Pacers trail by 12. Outside Collison. With the floater, that one good for 2. Collison's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Lillard with a screen for Nurkic. To the inside. 5 on the clock. Here's Turner. From 13 feet, it goes down.
This is the area that Evan Turner has built his house, the mid-range, finding his way into the paint and scoring the basketball.
Here's Bogdanovic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Portland. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. There's a screen. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovic. Nurkic with the block. But they'll get another chance.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Left side, Turner. Now the pass to Nurkic. Here's Aminu. The three-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 12. 17-foot shot on the way. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Collison.
And this is why the coach is telling him, stay up on Victor, otherwise he's going to pull it. Oladipo knocks one down.
Turner against Bogdanovic. Turner passes to Nurkic. Shoots over Turner. Nurkic can't hit.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
And Bogdanovic kicks to Collison. Turner with the screen. Back to Bogdanovic. Fires the three. It's good from long range. Bogdanovic has got it back down to single digits for the Pacers. And it's sent back by Turner. Collison against Lillard. Curry kicks to Turner. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
And Curry, here we go. And that one, good. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
So it's the Pacers now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Shots good by Turner. Portland leading by 7. Curry kicks to Aminu. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Outside Curry. Lillard outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's Collison. And here's Bogdanovic. That's tipped. Here's Turner. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'm not seeing the same energy level in their rebounding as we did in that first half. They had been coming away with a lot of second chance opportunities. Not so much since the break.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Turner. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers leading by 8. Now Lillard, screened by Nurkic. There's the pick. Lillard attacking. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lillard's got 11 in the second half. Timeout called the Pacers.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Stauskas. Turner with the steal. Curry with it. Now defended by Oladipo.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
There's the pick. Aminu against Young. Good work there as it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
That's a great look for Aminu, who has the athleticism and long arms to do damage inside.
Collison dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Turner. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
Oladipo, good.
That's a nice release from Victor Oladipo. Amazing at guiding that floater into the rim there.
Lillard against Collison. Jacks up a three, and there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. 22 points for Damian Lillard. Outside Collison. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Screen by Young. The dish to Turner. Shoots over Nurkic. Misses off the right iron. Portland leading by 12. Lillard outside. Curry outside. And the Trailblazers another three.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And it's Lillard missing. And it's the Pacers with the ball. 15-point game. Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. Indiana again missing.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Curry kicks to Lillard. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Another miss by Curry. Oladipo against Curry. Oladipo outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.